Yo, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to episode 42 of Beyond the Kai. And for today's episode, we are going to talk about two characters from the Iron Dragons dojo, Zara and Axel. But before we do that, um with me today is my co-host and my friend Melissa. And let's get started.
Hey, Bonsai. I'm back.
Today marks 5 years since Cobra Kai debuted on YouTube Red. Oh damn. Oh wow.
Hey, Bonsai.
Hey Bonsai. That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, that is cool. How's everybody? It's the beginning of it's beginning of Labor Day weekend.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Um I think Monday is Labor Day, right? Or
Yeah.
Sunday.
Monday.
Okay.
Yep. I'll be right back, okay?
All right. Let autumn begin. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Uh, Cobra Kai fan.
Hey, I'm back. What did I miss?
N- 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 nothing much except Cobra Kai fan said um let autumn begin, and that says uh I know, right?
Yep. Let autumn begin. Autumn
And
coming here.
yeah, yeah. And he also said goodbye summer. I
Yep.
know,
Summer.
right? Um. Okay. So what topic should we um go into first?
Um. Well, I think we should talk about um both these characters respectively. They're different personalities. Their
Oh,
rivalries with, in Axel's case, Robbie and Miguel. Although in Miguel's case, I don't view it as a real rivalry, just Axel being a jerk for no reason.
oh, okay.
And luckily, he got over that. And Tori's and Zara's rivalry with Tori.
All right, hold on.
And how Zara's feelings for Robbie differ from Axel's feelings for Sam.
All right. Here's topic number one.
Okay, and we should also discuss what we hope what are what we liked about these characters in season 6, part 2 and 3, what we didn't like, and where above all do we stand on them on them going forward. So do you wanna go first?
Um, uh, hold on. Does Axel have a rivalry with Miguel or Robbie?
He has a rivalry with both of them, but I'd say with Robbie it's more it's a bit more competitive. It's more of a competitive rivalry, whereas with Miguel, it's more stupidly one sided, which shouldn't even be at all because that's just Axel being a jerk to Miguel for no reason.
Okay. Okay.
What about what about you? What about you, Underground?
Um. Uh. Yeah. Uh. Yeah. Let's talk about the different personalities between Zara and Axel first. Uh,
Yeah.
fine with you. That's fine with you.
Yeah. Wait. What'd you say?
Um.
Oh, the different
Uh,
personalities.
yeah.
Yeah. Yep. And you can go first if you'd like.
Okay. Um. I feel like Zara's personality was evil and 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 I felt like that she didn't care who she hurt
Yeah.
as long as she won at the end,
Yep.
which she didn't.
Yeah. And I don't even think her feelings for Robbie were even genuine, or feelings, if that's what you can call it, were even genuine.
Right. Oh, um, 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 as for Axel, um, it's kind of like a mixed, uh, um, it's kind of like a mixed bag.
Yeah, I would I'd say he's like the very definition of the gray in terms of
Yeah,
character personality. Like right now, like how they portrayed him in season 6, where you literally don't know which way this character is going to go. But unlike with a lot of the characters where they either go one way or the other, like Axel is just more like middle grounded. He's literally like he's literally the character that's right in between the students, right in between the crossroads, literally. And it's like until we get like a spin-off, that's where that expands on his character, where we can see which side he's going to be on. That's um that's where he is right now. Where Zara, on the other hand, is more dark. Right now, she's more on the dark side because
right. Absolutely.
unlike Axel's feelings for Sam, which are genuine enough to make him do the right thing, right in the end, it's Zara Zara's feelings for Robbie were really more of a tactical move. It's like they weren't even really there. Like she really didn't have any feelings at all for Robbie except to use him to get into Tori's head.
Yeah, yeah, that was messed. Yeah, that was messed up on
And
Zara's part.
we can also talk about Axel and Quan too.
Did they have a rivalry?
Yeah, well, yeah, they kind of did and don't forget what happened when Axel and Quan fought each other
Yeah,
in the part 2 finale. So we got to mention that. And the kind of like effects that it may have had on Axel in in a sense. I mean, even if they didn't like address it outright. So you can put that as one of the topics.
I did. I did.
Yeah.
Oh, did you go?
I also think too that Axel and Zara's differing personalities stems from Wolf's treatment of them both, or at the very, like we never got to see Wolf's treatment of Zara, only Axel.
Yeah,
Like Axel, he literally just uses a punching bag. But it's like I don't know, I find that weird that we never got one scene between Wolf and Zara except and I'm talking about like a one-on-one private scene. I don't think that they wanted us to feel any sympathy for Zara. I think they're going a certain direction with her character.
oh yeah,
But
it's
I think that they
seems that
want
way.
yeah. I think that they wanted us I think that they wanted to give Tori a real enemy that was not Sam. like Sam, like I think that they wanted to make Zara the very embodiment that all of the Sam haters and Tori all previously thought and swore that Sam was. Um, I think that's what Zara's character represents. All of the negative aspects that Tori accused Sam of being and believed that Sam was are Zara. Zara is basically the anti-Sam.
Oh yeah, I can see. I can see that in her character.
Yeah.
Oh, so are we done with this topic or no?
Well, who would you say? See, who would you say that Axel's more like in terms of personality? And it doesn't have to be any of the teen characters. Um, it could be like we know Zara's basically the anti-Sam. Uh, what would you say that Axel is more like? And it doesn't have to be any of the teens characters. It could even be the adult characters and what they and or their personalities in all three Karate Kid movies.
Um, honestly, uh, the the Karate Kid one Daniel.
Okay, I would actually say he's more like Karate Kid 1 Johnny and Bobby, mix of both. Where he's more like Karate Kid 1 Johnny, where he is just a jerk to where he just acts like a jerk for no reason and tries to fight the guy that he deems as an opponent or or an enemy for dating the girl that he likes, even though, and just like in Johnny's case, he needed to get over it and
Yeah, that is true.
not blame the innocent guy that had no that he really has no reason to be angry at all, and or to hate it all. And I think that he's like Bobby, where he doesn't really want to hurt anybody. You know, he knows where the line is, and he knows where the line is, and he hesitates to cross it. And he's not a monster. And
Yeah,
it's Wolf that pushed him to that limit until finally he started, like, thanks to his feelings for Sam, thanks to Sam's influence, I should say, he finally had enough and just pushed back.
y- y- yeah, but um, yeah, but Axel didn't have to uh didn't have to sneak a kiss uh, l- the on Sam.
No, but one, he didn't know that she was in a relationship, and two, Sam shut it down. Like he
Yeah,
backed off. He didn't try to force himself on Sam. He didn't try to force himself on Sam. He tried to move in for a kiss because I think because he's been so isolated from the outside world thanks to Wolf and Wolf's influence that he jumped to a conclusion that he shouldn't have. And he backed off when Sam said, no, I have a boyfriend. He did. He backed off in that moment. He did not try to force himself on her. So I respect that about him.
Oh, but he still held on to that.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I don't respect what he did to Miguel. Dude, order Robbie. I don't respect it at all. I don't agree with it. I don't agree with it, and I don't like that part of him. I don't like
Yeah, I don't either.
that part of him, but I will respect the fact that because his feelings for Sam are genuine, he did not force himself. He backed off in that moment. He backed off when she said no.
Yeah,
When she said,
that's
"I have a boyfriend," he backed off and he left. He said, and that so he does care enough about Sam to not want to hurt her, like to not want to hurt her, or and it does show that he does care about Sam as a person in that moment.
yeah.
I just think that he didn't know how to he didn't know how to read the signs, like he didn't understand that Sam's kindness wasn't romantic. It was, and because he really think about it, he doesn't have any friends. He more than likely does not have one single friend in that dojo that he's in. That dojo is not a family. They're more like soldiers.
Yeah, I know.
So it's like he didn't know. And sometimes when you're in Axel's position, you don't always recognize the different kind of feelings.
Um, if Iron Dragon spinoff happens, I hope it gets 6 seasons.
I mean, that would be cool, and I would I'm very, very interested in seeing Wolf's character again being explored. Um, but yeah, so I will say that yeah, he was wrong to try and kiss Sam, but one, he didn't know that she had a boyfriend, and two, when she told him and she pushed him away, he backed off. Now,
Yeah, you did.
what he did with that, I don't now what he did after doing that, I don't support. I don't agree with. I don't like that part. I don't like that side of his character. But like I said, I think because he was basically raised in the Iron Dragons, and they're not and they're more like soldiers, and not like where in Miyagi-Do and Johnny's Cobra Kai, they're not a family. They're just more like I said, they're more like soldiers, where he doesn't have really any friends at all in that dojo that I can see that actually genuinely care about him, that actually treat him like a person and not a machine. Beyond the Kai, you still there? Hello? Are you there, Beyond the Kai?
Hey, uh, sorry about that. I was uh saying uh bye uh to my sister and my nephew.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's really sweet. That's
Yeah,
really that's really sweet. So, yeah, so no worries. But yeah, I was like saying like the reason why I think Axel got the signals crossed is because like I said, he doesn't really have a single friend in that dojo that he's in. They're more like soldiers.
yeah,
And they treat him more like he's a machine and than a person. And Sam was the only person guaranteed, especially considering after the way Wolf treats him and the way Zara acts. Sam was
yeah.
probably
That is
the
true.
only person that treats him like a person than 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 a karate fighting machine.
Yeah,
It's so that's where I say I don't respect what Axel did to Miguel after Sam rejected him. I do not respect what he did to Miguel or Robbie at all. I don't like that side of him. I hated that. I hate that side of him. But I do respect Axel in that moment where he did misread the signals. He did jump to the
yeah.
wrong
He did.
conclusion, and when he tried by trying to kiss Sam, but he backed off when Sam pushed him away, he backed off.
Yeah,
And
he did.
and it was because he made her feel uncomfortable that he walked away, showing that he does respect her. So
Yeah,
that 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 to me is a that is to me is a good part of his character, not a bad part. Oh, and that's a huge kick in the face to all the Sam haters who swore up and down that thumbs up to the writers and the big three for giving the Sam haters a huge kick in the face on that moment.
oh, on the
Yeah.
beach.
What?
Oh, um, are
Yeah,
you
on
talking
that.
about
Yeah,
on the
on that.
beach?
On the. Yeah, that moment where Sam pushed Axel away when he tried to
Y-
kiss her.
Yeah,
Thumbs up to the both the creators and to both the big three and the writers for giving all of those Sam haters who swore up and down that Sam was going to cheat on Miguel a huge kick in the face in that moment, because that had to really hurt knowing that Sam was actually going to be faithful.
yeah, yeah. And plus, Sam's not that kind of
No, she's not.
person.
She's not. I mean, yeah, she made a mistake with Robbie, a drunken mistake, and I'm not
Yeah,
I'm not like excusing her actions. They were so wrong, but it's like Sam and Miguel were both to blame in that moment, and I don't fully fault Sam. And like I said, she was drunk when that mistake happened, and should it have happened? No.
no,
Was it wrong? Yes. It was wrong on both Miguel and Sam's end. But, it's like one of those things where she made a mistake, and it's like the person that she cheated on was with Miguel, and it's like it's a bit more. Her mistake was a bit more like complicated, you know,
Yeah.
and and like I said, both Sam and Miguel were to blame for that because
Yeah,
well,
I
because as
understand.
because as pointed out by Tori, while while Sam cheated on Robbie, Miguel cheated on Tori,
Yeah, yeah.
and he was sober. She wasn't. Oh yeah. Okay. This rivalry was a pretty good rivalry. I mean, nowhere near like the rivalry that she had with Sam. Nowhere near as brutal. Hey,
Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up, children?
hey, what's
My
up?
favorite. Finally, we're talking about my favorite girl, bro. The Queen of Karate. Let's go.
Oh, Christ.
Yeah. Oh, what happened? What happened to him? Hey.
The Underground. Okay. Wait. What are we talking about again?
Uh,
Zara and Tori's rivalry.
Is this the
yeah.
first topic?
No.
Second.
What was the first one?
The different personalities between Zara and Axel.
Can I talk about this real quick?
Sure.
Go for it.
And then we'll go back to the touring thing. Okay, so the different person. So when it comes to Zara and Axel, I already can see the different personalities. I mean, Axel, he's a giant, but he's really nice. You know, he's not that mean like Zara, for
Yeah.
example. He's more nicer than her. The thing about Axel too is that he doesn't really talk to people that much, which is because of Wolf, because he doesn't want him getting distracted when it comes to
Mm-hmm.
fights. And then, yeah, that's what Axel is when it comes to personality. He's not that rude. Now for Zara, she's a lot more mean. You know, you can already tell when we got the first episode part two. She's already mean. She loves to talk to her fans a lot, clearly, and she loves to go on live like all the time. I'm like, all right, girl, relax. Okay, I get it. It's cool to go live. Relax, all right, girl. But yeah, she's mean, she's rude, whatever. Yeah, finally me in the building. Yeah, I do like. I think Reina does a really good job playing that personality,
Oh yeah,
the
I was just
rude,
saying.
evil, whatever. I just like it. I think she played perfectly.
Yeah,
And
I
and
was
then
just saying that.
and then for Patrick Lewis, that dude knows how to play a character that's so quiet. I will say. But yeah, let's go back to the Zara and Tori thing. You can keep going, Melissa. Say your thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Zara and Tori's rivalry, while nothing like Tori's rivalry with Sam, because as that was a bit more brutal. Zara and Tori's rivalry is just straight up bitterness. Like
Yeah.
it's just straight up bitterness, and it's pretty much fueled by the fact that Zara is pretty much everything that embodies everything that Tori once believed Sam was, down to the core. And now Tori has a real version of that she's fighting against. And it's like it's you truly are glad that Tori knocks Zara's teeth out, especially after what she did to Robbie. And um in part two. Because I'm sorry, that was so messed up. That
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can't.
was
It
Yeah,
was.
I
so
can't. I
messed
can't
up.
wait to talk about the worst moments because of that.
Yeah, that was so messed up. I mean, her taking a Robbie, like that's why I don't like her character. I love Reina. Love Reina. I think she's terrific. And I loved her karate, but I do not like Zara for what she did for Robbie and what she
I
did to
feel
Robbie.
bad for my boy, bro. Why did you do that to my boy, bro? Come on now.
Yeah. It's like I feel so bad. Like I did not like her for doing that to Robbie and Tori. Like she basically because Robbie wasn't in the right head set space to consent, which she knew, and he was drunk completely, which again she knew and took advantage of. He basically may have been a victim of sexual assault because he wasn't.
Robbie can get arrested for that.
No, no, Zara could get arrested for that
I mean,
because
yeah, like he's the one that could like call up the cops and get arrested.
right,
Get injury.
yeah,
Because that's just
yeah,
messed up.
exactly.
Like honestly.
I mean, he doesn't. I mean, he doesn't remember, so he might not be sure if there was any sexual assault. Because
I think he does because if you go back, you know the fight with her and Maria. I don't know if
yeah,
you guys noticed. If you pay attention, look at Robbie's reaction when she's fighting Maria. He knew. He probably knew because he was giving that look too. Like he was so sad and emotional because of what happened with him and Zara in episode 8.
yeah. So, like I said, it was really technically sexual assault, as they're confirmed by John, because
Yeah,
Robbie couldn't consent. Robbie was not in the right headspace to give actual consent, and that's why I hate Zara's character for that. And I've grown to love Tori. She's really grown on me. They evolved her character so much. And what I will say is that Zara has no morality. The fact that Zara actually throws that in Tori's face over and
gosh,
over and over again and has no remorse whatsoever
what
just
did she even say?
sickens me.
I'm trying to remember.
Just sickens me. And it's like how could you do that to somebody and just not even care? And
Yeah.
it's like the fact that Zara has no morality whatsoever.
No, she really doesn't.
Nope. Yeah, yeah. As much as I love Zara, yeah, you're right about that. I'm not gonna ignore that. No. Okay. I guess I can go next.
Yeah.
Yeah, go
Okay.
ahead.
Now their rivalry. I actually like the rivalry. I don't think it's bad. I will
Yeah, I
say
like it
though,
too.
I feel like my only issue though is that I wish we saw a little bit more from them in part 3. I feel like one episode wasn't enough. Me personally, I just wish we saw more of Zara's character in part 3. Like I even told a couple people that I feel like she and Axel, because this is Axel's too, but her and Axel should have been in episode 12. I even said this many times. Those two should have been episode 12 because if you're gonna set up the fight between Tori and Zara properly, I would have her or Zara have a confrontation with Tori and Sam, where Tori and Sam were training at the arena. That's where I think her and Zara should have had like a confrontation because I like the rivalry. I think their rivalry, me personally, is better than Miguel and Axel's rivalry. Um, which is not saying much, but it's still pretty good. And yeah, I wish we see more. I do maybe. I mean, John even said it that we might see more of them two having a rivalry and
Yeah.
spin off, which I'm
Yep.
really excited about because I want to see more. Now, in terms of the fight, because the fight, I want to bring up the fight real quick. I'm not a huge fan of the fight, me personally. Like before part 3 came out, I initially thought that this fight would be one of the best when it comes to female fights because the Sam and Tori fight was so good, and maybe I thought that this one's gonna top that one, which I was completely wrong. I just don't like it when fighters like I don't like it when they do this whole like formula when one fighter dominates the other one, they go to the side, get a pep talk, and then they move on to the next round and dominate. I don't like that. They done it for all the fights. They did it with Robbie and Axel. Did it with Miguel and Axel. Did it towards. I don't like that. Don't do that, bro. I seen one and that's it. I mean, the Robbie and Axel one, I'm okay with that. Makes sense. The Johnny and Daniel one, the pep talk that Johnny gave Daniel to beat Wolf, I'm okay with that. It makes so much sense. I have no problem with that. And then the Miguel and Axel one, I guess I can be okay with that, because Johnny's the sensei. But the Tori and Zara thing, I just don't like it. Like the fact that Robbie gave Tori a kiss and then suddenly Tori's better than Zara. Like, come on now, come on, be for real, be for real. Really okay. So yeah, I don't like the fight. I will say, if I was writing part 3, right? If I was the writer, me personally, I would have Zara fight Sam in the finals. I know some people are gonna call me crazy because I don't like Sam, but I will give Sam some credit. I think her fighting Zara would be way better, especially with Mary and Reina. Like Mary and Reina are really good. Like I mean, Mary is a black belt. Am I right? Actually, is she black belt?
Yeah, she is.
So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it would be way better if Mary was the one that fought Reina because we would see more of the techniques that both Mary and Reina would use in that fight. But
Right.
yeah,
I mean, and I think Sam could have beat. I think that if Sam could have beat Zara, and I will say this though, I do like the fact that, I mean, yeah, but see, then you run into the fact that Sam would have had to beat Tori to get to Zara, and
yeah, that is true.
I mean, I
Like
don't, I respect that. I do, like I said, I mean, if they found a way like for where Sam didn't have to face Tori, and the reason, and I would say that if they had it like where Sam didn't have to fight, if it was destined to happen, if they had to make it so that if they could find a way to make it so that Sam didn't have to fight Tori to fight Zara, I would be okay with that, and I still stand by that. That Sam would beat Zara because Zara's big main thing is that she was able to get inside Tori's head, where
that's the thing I brought up to a couple people is that
with
is
whereas
that
with
for
Sam,
Sam, yeah, for Sam, she like that's the thing a lot of people keep forgetting, and I feel like I keep telling people is if let's just say Sam was in Tori's position, right? She's in her position, right? I
right,
guarantee you, if Zara's like trying to say, "Oh, Miguel, me, Miguel, yeah, yeah, yeah," I guarantee you, Sam's gonna be like, "I know this girl's trying to play into my head. It's not working. I'm gonna just
right,
fight
that's what
her."
I mean. It's like she wouldn't have been able to get into Sam's head.
Because and the fight would be more even between Zara and Sam, and I like that because I don't like when fights are one sided. I like it when it's even. It's more better. It's more entertaining. It's more interesting. It raises the stakes too. Actually, that people don't realize it raises the stakes, tension. I like that. Like, and I even pictured a Sam and Zara fight in my head. I can just picture it. Like in round one, right? Sam and Zara they're fighting, they're getting points. Let's just say the first round it's like 5-5. It's tied, right? Sam and
Right.
Zara, they go back to their corners, they give their talk to their sensei, whatever, and then they come back. Sam and Zara keeps fighting. They use some crazy techniques like Miyagi-Do technique, Iron Dragon technique, whatever. It's crazy. Go and then it'll be like let's just say let me think of a score. 10-11, Zara with the lead with 11 points, and then Sam's 10 points, right? And then the third round, we get flashbacks of Sam throughout the whole show just training, right? We get flashbacks, just like Miguel and Axel's fight. We get flashbacks. Both of them Zara and Sam are fighting, and then the score is 15-15, and then the thing that Sam does to knock Zara out is the flying tornado kick that Johnny taught her.
Yeah, that would be cool. And I mean, though I do like that they had Sam stick to the core roots of Miyagi-Do. I think that is like generally perfect for her character. But I will say this: I wish that there had been like a moment when Zara had gotten into Tori's head. That I wish that when she went to the sidelines, I wish she would have joined Robbie and just like given Tori giving Tori the pep talk and encouragement that she needed to go kick Zara's to go kick Zara right in the mouth.
Okay,
Like
bro,
that
low
would have been
key.
cool.
Honestly, you know what? This might be a crazy take. I would have preferred if Sam was the one that gave Tori the pep talk instead of Robbie, me personally. Because I even said this many times. If Sam was the one that gave it instead of Robbie, I feel like that would be way better and would give Sam's character development way more.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
those two
I
just they
agree.
become so much more friends now, and I feel like that would have been way better, me personally. No offense to Robbie, obviously, but
Although
that
I
would.
did love that kiss that he gave. I think that really put a thorn in Zara's side. That kiss
Yeah,
that
It was cool, but I just don't like. And this is not. It's not only because of Zara and Tori's fight. It's the same problem with what I have with Robbie and Kwan's fight. It's the same issue. But
I
yeah,
know.
uh, I
What do
guess we
you
can. Oh yeah,
what
Underground. You didn't say your thing yet. What
Yeah,
am I saying?
yeah, you go now, Underground.
um, because I was waiting on you guys to get finished. You
Yeah.
you guys said some uh amazing uh things about their uh rivalry. Um, I think um um that their rivalry um w- w- was uh, built up perfect, and I am glad that Tori won at the end.
Yeah, that really made me
Yes.
happy because
Yeah, me
that
too.
here's the thing. Even though I don't like the fight, I will say one thing. I am happy that she won because this is a big middle finger to Silver because he's the one that he robbed her in season 4. He robbed her. He robbed her
Yeah,
and Sam. So I'm glad that she won at the end. Thank God. Honestly, I'm glad, bro.
Yeah, I was so happy that Tori won. I was
yeah,
so
me too.
happy.
Real quick,
Happy.
I
Like
wanna I wanna look at
that
the
made that almost made me that pretty much made me just like cry, you know? Like I was so emotional
Yeah,
happy.
it was emotional, honestly.
underground. I want to look at the chat. Who's someone said something about me. I want to see this. Did CVO change? Yeah. Here's the thing, Cobra fan. When I first saw the fight, I did say it was great, but I rewatched it again. It's not that great anymore after rewatching it. Now, this, I'm glad you know what, Underground, I will give you some credit. I'm glad you put Robbie's name in here because people are sleeping on Axel's and Robbie's mini rivalry. People are sleeping on it.
Yeah, yeah,
Thank God you
true.
brought this up. Okay, I'm gonna go first because I got a lot to say about this rivalry.
All right, good.
Now Axel's Robbie, Miguel Robbie. Okay, with Robbie, I'm gonna start with Robbie first. With Robbie, I like it because it's not as big as his rivalry with Miguel, but it's still pretty good. I love the fact that in the first fight they had, I just love the fact that Axel's so pissed off because Robbie's using a lot of defense. It just makes me laugh. He's just getting so pissed. Like, why do you keep using defense? Let me get a point on you, bro. Come on now. And he just grabs Robbie and he's like, are you gonna keep defending or are you gonna fight? I'm like, damn, Axel, you're pissed off. Oh, you're really mad that he's defending himself. Ah, that's good, Axel. L to you, Axel. Big L. Um, Obviously, Axel got the 5 points on Robbie, which that last punch that he did to Robbie's mouth. Oh my god, the blood. Oh my god, bro.
Oh,
Yeah.
yo, that was freaking.
Speaking of that, where was that, bro? Where was that in part 3? Where was it? The only time I saw blood is when Tori kicked Zara in the face. That's the only time I saw it. Where was that in part 3, bro? Come on. Yeah, that fight was brutal. And then, his rivalry with Robbie was good. I think the way they built up the rematch, like the rematch of their fight, was so perfect. Robbie training for his fight, preparing, and we see in the same episode, Robbie's so nervous because Axel's so good, right? I just love the fight that they have. And then in the first round, Robbie gets the first point. He's all excited, but then Axel's like, "Oh, you thought it's over? Let me use my new stance." And by the way, I love Axel's new stance that he did. I love it. I think it's so cool. Like the way he just does his new stance. I remember when before part 3 came out, I think it was Humulus or Underground. You guys were predicting that Sam is the one that taught him that technique, which we were wrong, or that
Yeah.
stance. We were wrong about that. But yeah, going back to what Axel. I love the fight with Robbie and Axel. I think the second round was easily my favorite round, where we see Robbie and Axel go back and forth with points. That's the thing I want to see from every fight. I want to see, oh, punch, oh, kick you back, oh, punch. What's so funny? When Robbie kicks him in the face, I just love the fact that Robbie's like, "Come on, bro!" Like Robbie wants to really fight him, and Axel just punches him in the face. But yeah, that fight was good. The rivalry's good. Now his rivalry with Miguel, on the other hand, it wasn't that good. It was a huge disappointing. I initially thought that this rivalry would be way different than I thought it would be. I wish that the rivalry between Axel and Miguel, I wish it was because that Miguel has a better sensei, because Miguel has Johnny, right, as the good
Yep.
sensei, and Axel is jealous because he has a bad sensei. That's what I wish happened from the rivalry. That's what I wish. But I was wrong. And it never happened. The whole thing with Axel getting mad because Miguel has Sam, I'm like, bro,
Yeah,
seriously? This is
that was.
basically Miguel, bro. This is Miguel versus Robbie all over again. What are we doing, bro? Can you not come up with
Oh
something
wait,
new?
no. Oh
What
wait,
happened on
no.
there?
Uh, sorry, but uh, um, Robbie should have fought Axel in season 4. That would have been the match.
Bro,
Yep.
If we had a
Too
fight where
sweet right
Robbie
there.
had his season 4 mentality, bro, oh my, bro, that fight would be even better. But going back to Miguel and Axel, I just don't like it because it's basically like Miguel versus Robbie all over again. If you
Right.
guys really think about it, because Miguel and Robbie they were fighting over Sam, and then you got Miguel and Axel doing the exact same thing. I'm like, bro, this is basically the same thing. Why can't we just come up with something new for once? Like, come on, writers. I get what you're trying to. Listen, I think the one thing I will say I do like from Axel's character, I like his connection with Sam. I think that's perfect. I don't
Yeah.
mind the whole connection thing. But the whole thing with him being mad at Miguel makes no sense to me because
Yeah. No.
I'm sorry, no, I just don't like it. I think this rivalry was a huge disappointing. I think Robbie and Quan had a better rivalry than Miguel and Axel, and I stand by
Yeah.
that.
Yep. And
Even Johnny and Wolf
I
too.
mean, and I will say this: unlike Zara's feelings for Robbie, Axel's feelings are for Sam are genuine, and they do motivate him to do the right thing in the end.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that is true. And I did notice something that people don't. Did realize something when I was rewatching part 2 and part 3 again.
Yeah.
Did you guys notice the way Axel fights before he met Sam and the way he fights after he met her? Because
Oh
I
yeah.
because in
I did.
before he met her, right? We see Axel just dominating everyone. He doesn't care about anything. He's so focused on the fight. And then after he meets her, he's just so distracted because of what happened. I'm like, I don't know how I feel about this.
I
Like,
mean,
I
like,
think I will say the good thing about it is he did the right thing, which you
yeah,
mentioned was.
and I think it will, and I think also it was a foreshadow that he and Sam may meet. Like he will follow under Sam. He'll
Yeah,
follow.
I'm fine with that. I just find it weird because I like it when Axel's so focused and determined to win, especially in that scene where what was it? The
Yeah,
opening
I
of
think.
episode. I think it was the opening of episode 7 where he just punches the Tiger Strike guy. I'm like, okay, damn. This dude knows how to
Yeah,
fight. You need to be careful. Ivan Drago, Terminator, that everyone calls him.
I think he will. I think he will in a Sam. I think it's possible he may appear in a Sam spinoff where he does finally join Miyagi Do, because it would make sense, because when that would make what Sam said to Axel on the beach about switching dojos
Oh yeah,
more
I
of a
remember that actually.
foreshadow.
I
More of a
remember that.
foreshadow.
I when I first saw it, I'm like, wait, what do you mean you're gonna join Miyagi? I was so confused at first, but now I was like, wait, is this foreshadowing something? Because I was really curious. Now, in terms of the spinoff, I also want to see Axel appear in the Robbie spinoff just because of
Yeah.
one thing.
Oh yeah. To make up for what he
I want
did.
him to apologize to Robbie, and I
Yeah.
also want him to train Robbie because this is the thing, and I'm okay with Axel being in both spinoffs because I want to see more of his character. And that's a big issue I have with part 3 is that the way they exit the character was kind of weird to me. It felt out of nowhere to me. It felt rushed. It felt rushed. That's the word I'm trying to find.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah,
say. So
it kind of did.
I wouldn't mind him appearing in both spin-offs, and both a Sam spin-off and a Robbie spin-off. If anything, just to apologize to Robbie and to
I
make
mean,
up for what he
you
did.
could have what's it called, a Creed 3 moment where Robbie's trying to like train for the next big tournament. You can have like a like a small cameo where
Yeah.
Axel is just sparring with him, and then that's it. That's all we get from him.
Yeah,
Because
well, that's what I mean. It's like I'm okay, like I'm okay with him appearing in both a Sam spinoff and a Robbie spinoff. If anything, just to apologize to Robbie and make it up to him.
yeah, okay, back. But yeah, I guess someone else can go. Did anyone? Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Melissa.
Okay, so Axel's rivalry with Miguel and Robbie, I would say Axel's rivalry with Miguel was really more stupidly one-sided, because he was just a jerk to Miguel for no reason other than him dating Sam, and he was
Yeah,
dating Sam
jealousy.
long before anyone ever knew Axel even existed, and even then it
It's
was
just
just.
the way, bro. I just can't get over the scene where he's just staring at Miguel, bro.
I know. It's like. It was really meant for. It really seemed like it was meant more for comedy than it was just so completely one sided. And yeah, it was just it was stupid. Now Axel's rivalry with Miguel with Robbie, I would say, was more competitive, and it's just I mean it made a bit more sense than his rivalry with Miguel, which felt like forced. But his rivalry with Robbie didn't necessarily feel forced. I mean,
It was more like, I think it was more like, oh, like it wasn't like Miguel, like it was like more like he wants to see how good Robbie is in these matches. That's what it
yeah,
was.
it's more like competitive, you know. That's what I'm saying. It's really more of a competitive rivalry
I
than
like that. I think it's pretty cool.
yeah. That's what I mean. It's like it's really more of a competitive rivalry than it is than it is a personal rivalry, which again with Miguel it's not even personal on both ends. It's more just personal on his end, which is stupid.
Oh, and chosen. You are going to like this next topic.
Oh my,
Um
yo, what are you talking? Yo, okay, all right, bro, all right.
yeah, and
Just wait.
so
Just wait.
I feel like it's and I feel like because it's more competitive that Axel will make it up to Robbie um somewhere down the line in the future by training him instead instead of just instead of like training like fighting with Robbie or training with Robbie instead of against him and as a way to make it up for him to him and I feel like it makes a lot more sense and I feel like there is something that Robbie can learn from Axel as well as Axel learning something from Robbie
Yeah,
and
ooh, that is a good point actually.
yeah and like I said I think that scene with Sam on the beach was more of a foreshadow that he is gonna eventually at some point in the future go to Miyagi-Do as a full-time
Yes, I could see
as a
it.
sensei,
I could see it. I can most definitely
Is
see
this
that.
Sensei really?
Honestly,
Right.
the one thing I will say, going back to the beach thing, I know I
Yeah,
don't. I know I told you guys I don't like episode 8. I think episode 8 is one of the worst episodes of Cobra Kai. But the one thing I do
yeah,
like about that episode, actually, there's two things. The one thing I do like, I love the stuff with Axel and Sam. I think not it's fine. I don't mind that. I think it's perfect. I think that's probably one of the best parts about Snakes on the Plane, which that episode was terrible. And then obviously the Robbie and Quan rivalry. I like that one too. But yeah, I like the Sam and Axel thing. Episode 8. Snakes on a plane, more like trash on a plane.
yeah,
Oh,
yep.
all right. Uh,
Your turn, Underground.
all right. But the but the only uh good part about the snakes on the plane episode was the talk that Miguel and Johnny had.
Oh
Yeah,
my god, bro!
that
That
was a good
emotion, bro.
one.
I forgot about that emotional scene.
Yeah.
By the way, is one of the best scenes I've ever seen in my freaking life. By the way, yeah, good
You
point.
know, I will say this. I mean, I get that Miguel is very like no, I mean, I'm not talking about how he was feeling, he was worrying about Carmen. I'm not talking about that. I totally understand that and respect that. But I will s- yeah, yeah, he's worried about his mom.
No, no, Miguel's a mama's boy.
No, I mean, yeah, I mean, he's worried about his mom and he's worried about his new little sister. Um,
Yeah,
so, but
so
prior, barring all of that, I will say this. I mean, while I get that Miguel wanted Johnny's, like praise and approval, for him to be jealous that Robbie was getting it, Miguel's got to understand he's been getting that from Johnny ever since he first came into Johnny's life.
Yes.
Robbie has never once gotten that, and I feel like it's a bit wrong of Miguel to feel any sort of
Yeah.
jealousy that Robbie is is getting it in that moment, and
I
not.
will. I will say
I
though.
mean, yeah.
Here's the one thing I will say though. The one thing I will say, I don't like the fact that Miguel did that, but Miguel is right about one thing though about this scene. When did Johnny ever show support to Robbie in part two?
That's what I mean. It's like that.
He
That's
never done that. I think Miguel made up a good point about that. He never done that. Johnny never done that. I don't know where Johnny's getting the whole thing of. Oh, I need to give more support to Robbie. I'm like, when did you do that though? Like, you haven't even talked to your son.
well. I mean, he actually Miguel didn't actually mention that. I mean, he did mention like no wonder Robbie's so messed up.
I know, but in the emotional scene, like Underground mentioned, Johnny's like, he's like, I'm sorry that I wasn't there to support you, but I didn't know you need as much support as Robbie did. I'm like, wait, let's see, let's look at part two. When did you support Robbie? Let me see. None. You never supported him. You never talked to him. Like
I mean,
honestly, Johnny, you fuck.
I mean, I didn't see it too unless it was off camera or something. So I
Which is
don't.
Yeah.
pretty stupid if you think about
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah, that too. I mean, that is pretty stupid, but
Both Miguel and Johnny were in the wrong, and that's honestly
yeah,
wrong.
yeah. But like I said, I will say this. I'm talking about season 6 and parts 1 and 2, or maybe in just part 1, for Miguel to get angry that that Johnny is praising Robbie for getting the captains, becoming captain, and showing support towards Robbie, like as his son. Like that's a little bit. I mean, I
I mean,
will.
I
I
mean,
get it.
for that scene, I'm like I kind of get it from Miguel's point of view. At the same time,
Yeah, I
Miguel
do.
needs to understand that Johnny praised him since season one. He praised him since season one.
That's what I mean. He's praised him since they first met. So for him to get jealous that Robbie's now finally getting it, it just uh, that's a little bit. I mean, like, I don't mean this the way that it sounds. I get it. I understand where Miguel is coming from. I get it, but it's a little bit also selfish. It's both understandable, but at the same time selfish too. It's like let Rod, it's like because it's like at the same time, it's like you say you understand. It's at the same time you say you understand. You you want to tell Miguel that you understand, but at the same time you want to tell him like you get like he's got to be he's got to be a little bit more understanding that Johnny has never that Robbie has never gotten Johnny's approval or praise, while Miguel's been getting it since season 1. So now
The
the thing
only
of it is too, now he understands how Robbie felt.
yeah, the only other time I could think of Johnny praising Robbie is I think there was a scene in season five in the beginning where Robbie did that whole hot pepper challenge, whatever. I remember Johnny was praising. That's the only time I could think of besides
Yeah.
season six.
Yeah, and so it's like it's like one side, you want to tell Miguel both that you understand, but at the same time, he's also got to understand that Robbie has never gotten that from Johnny. He's been getting it since since the day he and Johnny met. And
Yeah, Miguel. Sorry.
so so it's like you both understand, but at the same time, it's like it's both understanding, but at the same time, it's also selfish a little bit on his part.
Yeah, number two. Yeah, number two. You gotta listen. Okay. Underground. You want to say your thing, or we
Yeah,
can move on? All
yeah,
right.
Um, 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 I, 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 agree with both of you guys
Yeah.
on this one.
Yeah, I don't think there's any disagreement on this because, yeah. Okay, this is what I want to talk about. Okay, I'm going to go first because,
Told you. I
Yeah.
yes,
told you.
thank you. Thank you very much. I want to talk about this because this, I'm going to say it. This rivalry between Axel and Quan is way better than Axel and Miguel's rivalry. I don't care what anyone says. Way better. Valentine's better because people keep people need to understand, or if you want to know, when it comes to Axel and Quan, if you really think about it, their rivalry is basically like, oh, you got the best fighter in Korea versus the best fighter in the Sekai Teka, the World Tournament. That's such a cool concept. If you don't tell me, right? You see, that's a cool concept. That's a cool concept. I like that. The Big Three did a really good job of that. Their rivalry is honestly one of my. It's honestly underrated. I feel like people are sleeping on Axel and Quan's rivalry. It's so underrated. One of my favorites. And we see them fight in episode 6. Quan gets absolutely humbled by Axel, which I understand because of the story. They gotta really show that Axel's a big threat to Quan. I like that. It's perfect. It makes sense. And then the beginning of episode 7 that people don't realize is that, in the beginning of episode 7 where we see Axel fighting, and then they cut to Quan fighting. Bro, I see what the writers are trying to do. It works. It's perfect. Episode 8, Quan confronts Sam and Axel. Quan and Axel has a face-off. I like that too. Perfect. Good build-up. Episode 9, we see these two fighting in the tag team. We see both sides, and I like that. Episode 10, we get the fight to the death between Axel and Quan. It's basically Mike Barnes versus Chosen fight to the death. That's what it basically is.
Oh yeah, I see that. I
Mhm.
see that in that fight.
Because it's so good. It's well written. I like it. Makes sense. Honestly, I don't care what it says. People can talk about Miguel and Axel in the finals. If I would rather see Axel and Quan fight in the finals than Miguel and Axel because they had way better build up than the Miguel and Axel thing. Obviously, they gotta do it for the script and story, but obviously, if we're talking about like the actual thing, realistically, it should have been Axel and Quan in the finals, which I would have preferred because it's more cooler, more entertaining. But yeah, you guys can go ahead and say your thing.
Yeah, I thought for me, I thought the whole Axel Quan thing was pretty interesting. I mean, I wish we got more of it. And I think that believe it or not, I think that should have been the thing that I think that should have been the thing that actually brought Axel and Robbie together, the common enemy kind of thing. Um,
Good
the
idea.
yeah, the common enemy kind of thing. So, and and also people need to realize that you know, Axel, what happened to Quan, it wasn't. I wish we would have gotten more of like Axel's reactions and how that affected
That's my big issue with part 3.
in part 3.
Oh yeah. They never showed Axel's
Yeah, big problem I have with part 3. Huge issue
yeah
because it's
reaction.
like I
to that.
understand they have to like rush it because it's the final part, but if
Yeah.
you're gonna do the final part, take your time. It's the final 5 episodes. Go all in. I mean, and yeah, like you said, though, and also before people say, "Oh, Axel, why did you do that to Quan?" Okay, listen, I
It
love
was an
Quan. Okay,
accident.
you guys know me as the Quan Glazer, like everyone calls me, right?
Hmm.
Is as a Quan fan, it's Quan's fault that he died because why would you pick up the knife? It's your fault. I mean, do people forget
And
that this
Crease's fault. And Crease's fault too.
Yeah, that's
do
true.
people
That
forget
is
that
true.
this dude literally elbowed Robbie in the beginning of the brawl? Like he elbowed him. I'm like, bro, all right, bro, now you're going too far. All right, I understand you're pissed off, but you're going too far. And then later in the fight, he's laughing so psychotic. He's like, like he's laughing like crazy Joker. I'm like, okay, bro, chill out, bro. It's not that deep. It's just karate, bro. And then he sees the
Yeah.
knife. He's like, oh, I'm gonna use this on Axel. Oh my god, I'm gonna show him that I'm the best. I'm like, all right, bro. Now you're doing too much. Now it would have been interesting if Quan went after Robbie instead of Axel. It would have been interesting, but it made sense for him to go after Axel because in his point of view, in Kwan's point of view, in his head, he thinks that Axel's trying to take the best of the best from Kwan. That's what Kwan's thinking. So he wants to go after Axel.
Yeah.
So it makes sense for the story, the narrative, everything. But yeah, you can
Yeah.
say your thing, so go back.
But yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, people need to understand that Axel had no idea that Quan had that knife. People need to remember that Quan hit them. Quan found that knife. He hid it. He hid it underneath his sleeve.
Yeah.
He had no idea that Quan brought that knife into the fight. He had no. And another thing too is that Quan was literally going to kill trying to murder Axel.
Yeah.
Oh my god, bro. Sorry.
No, I mean seriously, so Quan was literally making the choice to murder somebody in that fight, and if he had succeeded in killing Axel, he would have gunned for Robbie next.
That is true. That is very true, actually. That I even told a lot of people this, like, because not only the two people that Quan hates the most is Axel and Robbie. Those are the two people he hates the most because both Axel and Robbie embarrassed Quan. That's why he hates them both.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, and
Sorry, Melissa, but I gotta say this, but Quan and Tori have one thing in common.
what?
Uh, they they both tried their hardest
Yep,
to
I know.
murder their rivals.
Yeah,
It's funny you say that, Underground, because
Yeah.
I do want to bring that up. The Axel and Quan fight, I don't know if you guys realize this, and maybe I'm just the only one. That Axel and Quan fight is basically Sam versus Toria. Because we go back to the Sam and Toria school fight. Go back to that, right? You see, Sam is basically Axel in that moment, right? And Tori's more like Quan.
yeah,
Tori could have. This is what could have happened to Tori if you think about it.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's like Quan is like what could have happened to Tori if Tori hadn't had Amanda in her life. If
Like-
Amanda hadn't reached out to Tori. But like, so back to what I was saying. What happened to Quan at Axel's hand or foot? It was an accident. He didn't mean for that to happen. He didn't know it was going to happen. He really didn't mean, and he was horrified.
I mean, yeah, you see the look on his face. I mean,
Yeah.
if I'm being honest, I think what happened to Axel, like he kicked Quan's leg, right?
Right.
The reason why he did that is because Quan keeps doing kicks because he's predictable, right? But he didn't know that Quan had the knife in his hand. That's the only thing he didn't know.
He didn't know. And like I said, it's like, and if Quan had succeeded, if Quan had won that fight, Axel would be dead, and he would have gone after Robbie.
Bro,
Yeah,
if they killed off Robbie, I'll be pissed off, bro. I
Everyone would.
can picture a scene where everyone's looking at Robbie's dead body. Bro, Miguel would be angry. He would fight Quan, bro. He would fight Quan. Like, he would be angry.
Yeah.
Bro. He would be filled with rage.
But yeah, so that's where. So it's like, and again, when you think about it, when comparing the two characters, I'm sorry to say this, but Axel has more even though we haven't seen much of his character, Axel has more morality than Quan does.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I know
True.
I was mad about what Axel did to Robbie, but the difference between Axel breaking Robbie's leg and Quan going after Axel, it's two completely different scenarios because Axel by mistakenly, injured Robbie because he didn't want to do it, but he was forced to. But then when he goes to Quan and Axel's fight, Quan wanted to go after Axel with the knife. He wanted to.
He wanted Axel dead.
That's the difference that people don't realize. That's the big difference these two, because and it's pretty. I just love the idea of Quan versus Axel because, like I said before, it's basically Karate Kid 2 Chosen versus Karate Kid 3 Mike Barnes. It's
I
so
actually say I would actually say that it would that for Axel it would be basically Chosen, basically Karate Kid 2 Chosen, where Quan is concerned, versus Karate Kid 1 Johnny and Bobby.
I think it's also Mike Barnes just because I do see where people are going with Mike Barnes. I see the thing, like I see it. I think it's more like Karate Kid 1 Johnny, like you said, because of the personality, the story, the way we're going with it.
Right.
But when it comes to way Axel fights, I see more Mike Barnes in him.
Yeah.
Especially when he's yelling, bro. When he's yelling, I'm like, bro, that's Mike Barnes, bro.
Yeah. I could see it a little bit.
But yeah, I like
Uh,
this Underground. I think they had a good rivalry.
all right, so I'll be right back. But Underground, you can go next. Not that you need permission because this is your stream.
All right. The
Like I said,
this
I'll be right back.
okay. Honestly, if this fight between Axel and Quan um was dark and way out of hand, and it should have
Bro,
gotten to that point to have Quan killed.
what if I say, because this is Axel's stream, right, Underground?
Yeah.
What if I say this is Axel's second best fight?
I mean, yeah.
Because I don't know, for some reason, I like this fight a lot more because I something about the music, bro. The music too. The music in this fight.
Oh yeah, the score was, my God.
Like, honestly,
Yeah,
this fight is
it was
peak.
good.
I even love the rivalry. I think Axel had a better rivalry with Quan and Miguel. Honestly,
Yeah, I agree
I just like it.
with. Yeah,
But
I
yeah,
agree with you on it.
I guess you want to move on now.
Oh yeah, hold on. Let's see. Let's see.
How many topics we have left? Actually, I just realized.
Um. Uh. Two.
Two. Okay. Two. Okay. Okay. Best and worst moments. I guess I could go first with this one.
Good.
Okay, I'm gonna talk with both. I'm gonna talk about both of the characters because it's about them. Let me start off with Zara first because my
Okay.
queen of karate. It's my girl, bro. Love her so much.
Oh my God. Good
Uh,
one.
Queen of karate. Okay. Zara's worst moment is when she did that thing to Robbie, which I'm not gonna say on.
Yes. Absolutely.
That's probably. I think that's the only bad moment with Zara, and then obviously she threw it on Tori's face, which I didn't like. Oh, terrible. That's the only thing I don't like from Zara that I can think of because Now best moments. Honestly, I like her introduction. I mean, this scene right here. This is the scene I'm talking about. The picture I read. I love her introduction. Her saying "Welcome to Barcelona, beware tutorial" was such a perfect introduction.
Yeah.
I just love that scene. And also another best moment that I like that people don't talk about much. I love that scene with her, Sam, and Devin on the elevator. People don't talk about that scene. That scene was actually really good. Like the way
Oh
Sam,
yeah.
it's just Sam and Devin's facial expression to me, and that makes me laugh. What's funny? Underground that moment, I was like in my head, I was like, oh, Sam and Devin, I'm sorry, but this is a woman right here. This is a woman. I'm sorry, Sam and Devin. I love Sam. Sam, she's cool, but Zara.
Oh, now you love Sam, huh?
Yeah, I always like Sam, bro. She's the manzai badass. I
I
don't like.
know. I'm just messing with you.
I don't like Devin though. I don't like Devin.
What?
No, she's
Why?
not. I'm sorry, but no, she's terrible. I do like Sam and Zara though. Now, and then the third best moment from Zara is when she does the weapons thing and in the return of the Sekataka. The weapons thing she does when they
Oh
come
yeah,
back.
that was cool.
Yeah, that was cool, bro. I like that. Now her
Yeah.
worst moment. Okay, I already talked about her worst moment. Okay, you go next Underground.
Uh, How about Axel's?
Wait, Axel. Thank you, Underground. I completely forgot my boy. Axel. Axel's worst moment. Honestly, he doesn't really have that much. I know his rivalry with Miguel is stupid, but I'm not gonna put that in the worst moments because it's pretty stupid to bring that up. I think the
Okay.
worst moment is when he breaks Robbie's leg.
Oh yeah, that scene right there was terrifying. Right there.
Bro, when Robbie is screaming, bro, I got flashbacks to Quan screaming, bro. I was like,
Yeah.
damn, bro, this is not. No, please stop, writers. I already got traumatized with Quan.
Stand back. What were you guys talking about?
I just finished talking about Zara's best and worst moments. Okay, I'm gonna do a recap. I'm gonna do a recap because you weren't here. Okay, for Zara, I said Zara's worst moment is when she raped Robbie. That's her worst moment.
Yeah.
And then her best moments is her introduction, the elevator scene with her, Sam and Devin, which is an underrated scene by the way. And then the weapons thing that she does when we come back to the tournament. You know the weapons thing? It was pretty cool. I like it. And then for Axel, I said his worst moment was when he broke Robbie's leg.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
his best moments, there's actually two that I like from Axel. First off, I like the fact that he fought fair against Miguel. I like that. That's pretty cool. I respect Axel for that. The second thing I like is when he stood up to Wolf in episode 14. But yeah, you can go next, Melissa.
Okay, so for Axel, I would say his best and worst moments are, well, that for his worst moments, I would say his death stare at Miguel, and his one-sided rivalry with Miguel. So that's where he's a jerk to Miguel for no reason.
Yeah.
His best moments, I would say his moments with Sam in part 2. That would say that's his best moment. His fight with Quan in part 2 in the alley. That's
Bro,
his,
people are sleeping on the rivalry, like I said before.
yeah. And his other best moment where he finally stands up to Wolf.
Yes, I like that.
His worst moment, I get like you, CBO. I agree. Him breaking Robbie's knee, although that was
Yeah.
done specifically. I would specifically under Wolf and Silver's orders.
So
But
yeah,
it
I
was
felt
still
bad for Axel.
Yeah,
I did
but
feel bad for Axel.
but another best moment I would say is when he refused, when he did not go for Miguel's spine, where he
Oh
ultimately
yes.
defied Wolf in that moment, and it was because of Sam. Like
Yeah.
people underestimate Sam's character.
People, like I said before, people keep underestimating the goat, the bonsai badass, whatever. Okay, listen, I said this before to Underground. The Queen of Karate, the bonsai badass are two of my favorite female characters. Okay, Zara Malik, Sam LaRusso. Let's go.
Yeah, it's like people underestimate Sam. Sam, the role that Sam plays in season 6, like she really is. She throws. Yeah, she didn't step out on the mat to fight, but she throws more of a wrench in the Iron Dragon's plans, in Terry Silver's plans, than anyone.
I wish
By
her
anyone.
and I wish her and Silver interacted, bro.
Yeah. Well, I think that Sam, I want to like I said, I don't think Sam would. I don't think Silver would be able to manipulate Sam and join the Iron Dragons. I don't.
Now for Zara.
Oh, for Zara,
Zara.
her best moment, I would say, her fight scenes.
Yes.
I would say her fight scenes, and truthfully, because
Reina.
because her character is just so, in terms of personality, is just so awful.
I mean, I did say earlier that there's another moment I did like from Zara. There's two actually I mentioned. I like the elevator scene that she had with Sam and Devin.
Mm-hmm.
I also like the the scene where she does the weapons thing.
Yeah.
And
Well, that's what I'm saying. Her fight scenes. That's what I'm saying. Like
it's just so cool because during the thing where
best moment.
when Gunther's like welcome to the Sekai, or welcome back to the Sekai Tekai, and you just see Zara doing the weapons thing, and then she just making the fans so happy. I like that. That was pretty cool, actually.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, the worst moments. We
I
already
would
know.
also say her worst moment was when she raped Robbie,
Oh god, yeah.
taking advantage of him. And I would also say her worst moment is when she constantly threw that in Tori's face. Where
Tori
she,
was like, damn, Tori, bro. If I was Tori personally, you know the scene where she's on live and then she's talking about what she did to Robbie.
Mhm.
If I was Tori personally, I would throw that phone. I would grab that phone and break it.
Yeah, well, she did something even worse. She humiliated her. But I would also say her worst moment too is in the final fight in part 3, where she she just like say like Robbie is just another notch on her belt, and
Kind of like Robbie. Oh my god. Sorry.
and no, but it's like she's literally just bragging about how she took advantage of Robbie and throwing that in Tori's face and getting into Tori's head and just like treating Tori as if she's just just like a piece of garbage, and I don't like that.
Whoa.
And
Listen,
like that's why I'm so glad that Tori knocked her teeth out.
I like Zara. I think she's one of my personal favorites. But the one thing I don't like is what she did to Robbie, bro. That actually like pissed me off because I like Zara. No, I like her, but if I was talking about like the worst one from her character, is that scene with her and Robbie, bro. I'm sorry. I
But
mean,
that's
I
why
like it's a brand. Okay, sorry. I was reading the
that's
thing.
why I
I just had
that's why I hate Zara, because of what she did to Robbie and Tori.
It's a brand thing. Sam
Yeah.
Russo said it's a brand. I'm sorry. No, Sam is cool. I'm joking. Sam is cool. She's cool. It's a brand thing.
Yeah, but I mean, like that's why I hate Zara, because of what she did to Robbie and Tori. I mean, I love Raina. I think Raina is terrific, and because she played Zara so well, I am really looking forward to seeing where they bring her character in the future, and hopefully they expand on her more, where I can actually root for Zara.
You know what? Actually, if they're gonna do that, bro, I said this many times. I actually do have a theory when it comes to Zara and Axel that I did brought up to some people. I have a feeling that Zara and Axel did date in the past. You know why I think that they dated? Because you know the scene where Wolf was getting mad at Axel because he wasn't
Right.
fighting dirty, and I think it was the training scene. The way Zara looks at Axel, I'm like, did these two dated before? Because I do think we might get a reveal that they did dated, but Wolf tore them apart because he wanted Axel to focus on his fights. He didn't want him getting distracted.
I mean, it's possible. I don't know, because Axel's distracted by Sam.
Yeah, but this is before he met. This is before he met Sam. This is way before. This is like probably like a couple of years back, because I do think we're gonna get a prequel. I do think we're gonna get a prequel of these characters.
Yeah, we could.
I think they're gonna reveal that these two did dated before.
Possible, maybe they might date in the future.
I mean, if they could, or they could get back together. That's probably not.
Well, yeah. But back to what we were saying. I think that when we get more on Zara's character, then I will gladly, just like I did with Tori, when they evolved her character more in season 4, because if everyone remembers, I was not the biggest Tori fan, because in season 2 and 3, where she was basically portrayed as a cartoon villain.
Oh, good.
But when they brought me over to, when they released season 4, then and they evolved her character so much by giving her so much more and making her feel so real, and
Yeah.
it's like so real, like that brought me over to Tori's corner, where she really grew on me and became one of my top 5 favorite characters.
Team Tori. I was team Tori in season 4.
Yeah, and so when we if they give us we explore Zara's character a lot more and they evolve her more, then I will gladly root for her. But for right now, in Cobra Kai, like I will gladly switch from hating her to loving her,
Also, going,
just like I did with Tori. And
also going, Zara. I was gonna say, Zara and Sam. They're basically Maria victims. I'm just gonna say that.
um, so like so I will gladly switch my vote from loving her I mean from hating her to loving her in a spinoff. Should we get to explore her character a lot more? And um but right now I have to say, because of like Reina playing her is not enough for me to love her, and um for me to love her as a character, or even like her as a character.
I
Because I need to
also.
have, if you want me to like, if you want to convince me, if you want to change my vote from from hating her to loving her, you have to give me a reason, a real reason. You got to evolve her character just like you did.
I think, in terms of Zora, I already like her character, me personally. I mean, I
I
like her
just
character.
I
I like,
can't like her because of her actions. I
I
can't.
like her. I like her.
There's no
I like
morality.
her. I like her. I like Sam. I like, who else? Who
No, no,
else?
that's fine. That's fine. I can't like her because of her actions.
I
I mean,
mean, I didn't like. I
I love
mean,
Reina. I love
to
Reina.
be
I think
fair,
Reina is terrific.
to be fair, I didn't like, what's her name, Sam or Tori, because of their actions before too. Because what Sam and Tori did, bro, I'm sorry. There's a lot of questionable things with those two, because in season 2 and season 3, Tori wants to end Sam. Like, okay, girl, you're going way too
I
far.
mean, I will say, like Tori, I didn't like in seasons 1 and 2, and
That is honestly, that is worse than, honestly, her trying to end Sam is worse than what Zara did. Honestly, like,
yeah,
she
but
actually wanted to end Sam. Like, she wanted to, like,
yeah, but I
bro.
mean, so in seasons 2 and 3, I really didn't like Tori because they just portrayed her too much of a one-sided cartoon villain.
What if I say, what
The
if
only
I say,
the only that only existed because as to be a rival to Sam. But in seasons one and see, I mean seasons for Sam in season one, I thought she was all right. I didn't hate her. I didn't like
I
her.
liked her season 1.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Like, well, no, I'm just saying
Because
like,
people, bro, I'm sorry. Some of you guys are sleep. Okay, I'm gonna just say it. I'm gonna go out and say, some of you people out there are sleeping on season 1 Sam. Because now, yes, I don't think she's great, but she's not bad. Because in season 1, we get the introduction of Sam Larusso, the bonsai guy, which is pretty cool. We see more of her story. I like it. So yeah, I like. The only thing I don't like from season 1 Sam is that I don't like the fact that she didn't defend Aisha. That's the one thing I
so
don't.
back to what I was saying. Like in season one, I liked her. She was okay. But I mean, I didn't love her. I loved Miguel. I loved Aisha. I loved Johnny. I mean, season one, Sam was like okay. Like she wasn't like the best. She wasn't like the greatest, but
Season 2.
I liked her. I liked her.
Season 2, bro. Don't.
She was like okay. Season two,
Oh,
she
bro, don't.
was. I mean,
I
she.
hated her,
Wait,
bro.
hold on. Season two, she was, she was okay. I didn't like her, and
She was annoying, bro.
she was a bit annoying in season two.
She was annoying.
She was a bit annoying, and frustrating. But I mean, she was still okay compared to Tori,
I mean, yeah, that's true, but
but she was just okay in season for
bro,
me.
honestly, if we're
Wait,
trying,
hold on. In season three, that's where they run me over, with her character.
I
That's
do like
where
her.
I grew to like her because they gave her they evolved her a bit more, just like they did with Tori in season 4. They evolved Sam more. They gave her, I like that they gave her PTSD. They showed more of her personality. It felt like we were just getting introduced to Sam LaRusso, the character, the person who wasn't just Daniel's daughter. just Miguel's girlfriend or ex or just Miguel's Robbie's girlfriend, just Robbie's girlfriend. This was Sam LaRusso, the bonsai badass.
I didn't like her in season 3.
I mean,
She was so. I'm sorry. Listen, I understand. I respect your opinion, but me personally, I didn't like. I mean, like I was trying to say before, when it comes to the whole Team Sam, Team Tori thing, when it comes to season 2 and season 3, I was neither on teams. I didn't like both Tori and Sam in season 2. I didn't like either of them in those seasons because what pisses me off about these two is that it's so hard for me to root for any of them in season 2 and 3. Like in season 2, we see Tori being so annoying and psycho, and then Sam is over here being annoying. In season 2, I'm like, who do I choose? I can't choose any of them. They're both annoying. And in season 3, Tori, I don't know what she's thinking in season 3 in her head, but whatever. And then Sam is over here complaining and annoying, and I'm just getting
okay,
sick of it.
yeah. So back to that. So back to what I was saying. Like, yeah, and that's fine, CVO. I respect it. But I mean, I like season 3 Sam because they evolved their character. They gave us a reason to really understand what she's going through, how she feels, how this has all affected her,
I mean, I
both
will say,
both personally and emotionally, by giving
yeah,
her by giving her PTSD and showing just how she
I will give Mary some credit. I think her
and just
performance in season
by
3 was so
and
good.
just by making us see how traumatized she is, and that's that's where they brought me over to her character. It's like, okay, now I'm on, now she's really grown on me too. And
You know,
so they kind of like they humanized Sam a lot. And it feels more like now when you watch Sam, like I know Mary says that Sam has become part of her, but to me, I think when we watch Sam, we're really watching more Mary than Sam. And I like that. I like how Mary just really connects with Sam and makes her feel so real. Like it's like we're watching Mary and we're seeing her shine, and that's why I love Sam, because it's like, we're seeing, it's amazing when a character is able to become a character, and the actor and the a character and the actress that become one with each other. And
yo,
it's
real
it's
quick,
they make the character feel they make the Mary made Sam feel real and
real
understand
quick.
and relatable.
I do have to go soon. I just want to bring something up real quick because I do actually have to go soon. So I don't want to. I might have to leave soon. So that's why I'm gonna just say something real quick. Um, I'll bring my thing up and then you guys can talk after. When it comes to Sam, going back to what I said, season 1, I actually did like her in season 1. Season 2, yeah, I already said my thing on season 2 and season 3 as well. I didn't know. Now, the one thing I want to say about season 4, Sam, is that I actually find her underrated in season 4 because, no, yes, can she be annoying in season 4? For sure, I can agree. But at the same time, the things that she does to Tori is justified because Tori
Yeah.
has done way worse things. Like, I mean, bro, this girl literally broke into her house and tried, like,
Yeah,
entering.
yeah. No, I will say that it's more understandable. Not that I
And
agree with
also,
it,
And
but
also going back to what I said, season 4 Sam, like I like her, and I like the whole like her learning offense, like her learning offense from Johnny was actually such a cool arc. I actually personally liked it, and me personally, I wish we saw Sam in the Eagle Fangi. Me personally, I think would have been cool.
yeah,
And
we
then
talked about that last week.
season 5, I think that's her second best season. I liked her in season 5. I don't mind it. The one problem I have is how she treated Miguel in the beginning. That's my only issue, but that's basically I don't have any other issues. With Sam.
Yeah. So
Season
like,
6, season 6, that's her best season. Me personally, I think we can all agree that's her best season. I mean,
yeah,
she matured a lot in season 6. I think she was less annoying, and bro, she's the. I don't know if you guys realize this, bro. I don't know if anyone realizes she's the only one in the team that was not so annoying, bro. Like, yeah, that one moment where she was getting mad at Robbie was bad, but if you look at the whole Sakai Takai, she was not that annoying.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. She wasn't that annoying. I think she was cool in season 6. I don't mind her. I think she's great. But overall, if I had to rate Sam's character overall in the show, I would give her a 7.5 out of 10. I
Okay,
think
yeah,
it's
that's good. So
I give her an 8, honestly.
I mean,
Yeah,
I would give her. I'd give her an 8.5. But so back to what I was saying too is, and that's a good. That's a good review. So back to what I was saying, and back to what I was saying before. I think season 3, just for me, like I liked her because, like I said, they gave us a reason to root for her. You know, like they gave us a reason to understand her, and it's like I said, when you watch Sam and you see how much, and you understand that, and you understand because in season 3 forward, you feel more like you're not just watching a character that Mary plays, you're watching Mary in that sense. And it's like you feel like you're seeing more Mary than you are both Sam and Mary as one, you know?
Oh, my bad. I didn't even realize Josen left.
Oh, you could tell
He
him to.
probably
You could tell him to. You can that he can come back if he wants to. Did you like anything that I said,
thanks, man.
CBO, about Sam? Even though I didn't get to finish, with you still on here. Uh, Season 4, she was alright. Like I said, I understand um I understand Sam's actions against Tori. I get it. I understand them. I just don't necessarily agree with them. You know, like I just don't necessarily agree with them. I understand them. I get it. I get it. But I'm glad that she was able to, like,
Yeah, Sam was
yeah,
wrong for accusing.
for pushing Tori's buttons. For but I like I said, I get it. I understand it. It's just
Yeah, what I was
so
trying to say is that Sam was wrong for accusing Tori for uh, stealing her mom's purse.
yeah, but at the same time though, I can't necessarily blame her because Tori was stealing things from the club in the first place and then bragging about it to Sam. It was like, how could you get upset with Sam for thinking that you stole her mom's wallet when you literally just stole something from and bragged about it to her earlier from that same club?
Yeah, but we all know who really did it.
Well, yeah, we knew, but Sam didn't in that moment, and like I said, I don't agree with how Sam handled it, but
Right.
we knew Tori didn't, like, while we knew, Sam didn't. And Sam did have reason to believe that Tori would Tori took her mom's wallet. And I think uh, and like Tori being shocked at that really like didn't make any sense because like I said, she'd stolen something before in that club and she bragged about it to Sam, and yet she's really going to be surprised if Sam accuses her of stealing something else.
Max, what is it, dude?
What is it, Max? So back to season
What is it, Max?
yeah.
Kelly,
So
what is it?
back to season. So back to that. Back to what I was saying. Season 5, she matured a lot in season 5. She really did. I didn't like her conversation with Miguel, and I didn't like her breakup with Miguel. She had
Yeah.
definitely her annoying moments, but in the end, she grew a lot. She really grew a lot. And
Yeah,
I love that
she
moment.
did.
I love that moment where she went to Tori's house. That moment, and then defended her against Sensei Kim. I think it was truly like a really truly amazing growth on her
Um, uh,
and a
uh,
sense of maturity.
um, uh, y- yeah, I, I agree, but Sam said she didn't want to be here.
Yeah, she did. But the fact that she did come and she still stayed, and that also is a sign of maturity too. She didn't want to be there, but the fact, but she still decided to come. She still decided to go. She took Miguel's words to heart, and she still went there and she stayed there and she heard Tori's out. That showed an incredible amount of maturity, and I think that that was a very well establishing moment for her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So,
very true.
and I think that that was a major stepping stone for her character. Season 6, I really didn't have a problem with her in season 6. I think she was the most level headed out of all of the students there. Like, she's the only one that really didn't get on my nerves. Yeah, she had some moments, like when she called Robbie out in front of the team, which was wrong. But other than that, she had really, she had like she was the most level-headed out of all of the Miyagi-Dos. Like, she was the only one that didn't let her emotions or anything get like affect her. And she was the only one that wasn't really annoying, whereas the others were acting like either jealous or angry, and they were letting that affect their judgment. And she was the only level-headed person on the team. And in all honesty, I have to say that this is an underrated moment. Uh, this,
Max, will you please be quiet?
yeah. Um,
Oh, this guy is getting on my nerves
if
last time.
This was an underrated moment, but when Sam was telling off Johnny in that locker room moment, like pointing out that this is just as much his fault, that their loss is just as much his fault than it is theirs, as well as theirs. And she rightfully and you notice how Johnny, the guy who loves to yell quiet, doesn't even argue with her, because which shows that deep down inside he knows that she's right. And it was what motivated him to call Daniel, to call Daniel. She's the reason that phone call happened. She's the and she and she's also the reason that Devin confessed to Johnny. Like, she's the reason that Johnny realized that he needs to he needs to start working more with Daniel and to cut Daniel some slack. Like, that is a very underrated moment. And I know people tend to believe that Sam was acting like a brat in that moment, but she's right. She's right. And even
Yeah,
Johnny did that. And like I said, she's the reason that that Johnny making that phone call happened. She's the reason that Johnny and Daniel were actually able to make amends in season 6. When Johnny apologizing and Daniel accepting it, she's the reason for that. She's the reason that got laid to that all of the animosity that that happened got laid to rest between them in season 6. And she's also the reason that Devin confessed to Johnny.
Right.
So I give Sam credit for that, because she did
I
a
do
lot
too.
more than people think. Like she really did. And so that's why I really don't have a problem with her in season 6. Yeah, she had her moments where she had her moments where she messed up, but like made a mistake or two. But she really, compared to all the other characters, she was like I said, she was the most level-headed one. Really.
Uh, Sam, yeah.
Yeah.
Amanda too, actually.
What?
Um, Amanda.
Well, yeah, but I mean, we didn't really actually see
Two episodes.
much of Amanda in part 2, and that's actually kind of like we've grown to like kind of like expect that from her character, for
Yeah.
being
In
level-headed.
every season.
Yeah.
In every season.
But you want to go? You want to go to the next topic?
Um. Honestly, I think that's it for me.
Do you want to talk about maybe like where we expect Zara and Axel's character to go, respectively, in the future?
Oh yeah, huh? Yeah.
Oh God, don't even get me started on that CVO.
Go first.
Okay, for Axel, I expect him at some point to be a sensei with Sam and Miyagi, though. I expect him to.
Actually, really, a sensei?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, I do.
oh,
I
damn.
do, because I
Okay.
think that scene was a foreshadow. That scene on the beach was a foreshadow that he is going to inevitably switch to Miyagi-Do and follow under Sam. I do, at some point,
Okay.
or at least work alongside with her, as a co-sensei. And so I think that was a foreshadow. I think that there are things that he can do and teach, both to Sam and the next generation, that Axel has a lot of potential for a character. He does.
Yeah. Yeah, he does.
I think that scene was a foreshadow. He's going over to Miyagi-Do at some point. And I think that we're gonna see, and I want to see, like, for him, and I want him to have at least one scene in maybe a Robbie spinoff where he where he actually showcases his his sensei-ship, like where he senseis Robbie, even if it's just for one episode, where he senseis Robbie by sparring with him. Like, we get a scene similar to what we got with Sam and Tori in part 3, where Sam is more or less, where Sam and Tori are sparring with each other on the mat, on the mat in the All Valley Arena, where Sam is like, yeah, they're sparring together, but Sam is more or less teaching Tori than they have than anything, and they have their heart to heart, um, and they have their heart to heart moment. I want to see basically that from Axel and Robbie, where Axel spars with Robbie and they have a heart to heart moment with each other, and where Axel, even if he doesn't apologize to Robbie, and which he should, he makes it up to Robbie by teaching him how by by teaching him something that he could use to help him win, to help him fight an opponent that is to help him fight an opponent in that spinoff that is like Axel or built like Axel, but has Quan's personality. Like imagine if we get a character like that in a Robbie spinoff. An opponent that's built like Axel in a Robbie spinoff, but has Quan's personality. And Axel teaches Robbie some moves on how to beat him. Like that would be a great way to make up to Robbie for what he did. All right, yeah, just hold on. Just hold on. So that's what I want to see from Axel as in the future.
Oh, nice.
Zara, on the other hand, that's basically what I'm saying. And CVO, imagine if in a Robbie spinoff Robbie gets an opponent, a rival. Hey.
Yeah, I was listening to you guys where you guys saying about the thing. Yeah, you can continue.
So I was saying, like, imagine if in a Robbie spinoff, Robbie gets an opponent that's built like Axel but has Quan's personality, and at least for one episode, Axel shows up, and even if he doesn't outright apologize to Robbie, he makes it up to him by showing him some moves that Robbie can use to help him beat him.
Can I give my thoughts on this?
Yeah.
Well, the thing that you said about teaching, the one thing I do want to Axel teach Robbie, and I said in the chat, you know the fighting style or the fighting stance that Axel did when he was fighting Robbie? I actually want Axel to teach Robbie that because fighting stance,
any fight style,
that I want to teach because Robbie, if Robbie uses that fighting stance or fighting style, bro, this dude would be OP. And like you said about someone like built like Axel and has the Quan percent. There's one person that wants to bring in the show. Do you guys remember Leo Howard? I want him to be in the Robbie spinoff. He could be the perfect person to rival Robbie because I said this many times. I want to see Leo Howard and Tanner Buchanan just go crazy that fight. Bro, that fight would probably be better than Robbie versus Quan, honestly, because you guys don't understand. Bro, honestly, yeah, bring Leo Howard in the Robbie spinoff. Let him be his rival. That's perfect.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. It's like you give Robbie a character, an opponent in a Robbie spinoff that's built like Axel but has the personality of Quan, and you let Axel come in for an episode where even if he doesn't outright apologize to Robbie, he shows Robbie some moves that Robbie can use to help him win against his opponent. And
Leo Howard.
Yeah, and that would be a great moment for Axel. And like I said before, I definitely see Axel at some point joining Miyagi-Do and becoming a co-sensei with Sam.
Yeah, I think that's possible. And
bro, and I think that each scene was a foreshadow.
Bro, honestly, seeing Axel and Miyagi-Do Gi would be very interesting, honestly.
Yeah. And for Zara, on the other hand, I could fully see her taking over the Iron Dragons. I could fully see her becoming Wolf's right hand.
Yeah, because I said this many times. I think when it comes to Zara's character in particular, I do think she's still going to be in Iron Dragons, but I do have a feeling at some point, I don't know when in the spinoff, I do have a feeling at some point Zara might actually leave the Iron Dragons, maybe because of something that Wolf did.
Yeah, because I think so too.
I don't see her staying in the Iron Dragons forever. I don't see her.
I mean, yeah, she might not. I mean, unless of course if they do with what they did with Kim and they humble her a bit, where if Wolf leaves or gets kicked out or dies for whatever reason, I'm just saying, and I'm not saying that's going to happen, but I'm just saying
maybe he gets. I could see.
And Zara decides to take over the dojo, she runs it more her way, the way a less ruthless way. If they give Zara the same kind of character development that they gave Kim,
That's actually really good. Actually, I actually like that. And going back to what you said about Wolf, I could see her kicking out Wolf. I think it'll be the same thing like what Kreese did to Johnny in season 2. It'll be the
It
same
could
exact thing.
be. It could be. So for Zara, I do want her to remain kind of like an adversary to
Maybe
Tori.
more like I
I
see
don't want
more
them to redeem her, but maybe like give her,
anti-villain,
yeah,
like something like that.
yeah,
Because I don't see her fully redeemed. I could see her being a little evil, not too much in a way, like something like anti-villain vibe. Because
yeah. That's what I mean. It's like let her be more of an anti-villain. Axel, I do see redeeming. I think that they set that up for a reason. I think that they allowed that connection with Sam to give Sam the potential that she needs to finally become the sensei that we all know she's capable of being.
yeah,
And
I think Sam is very capable because yeah, I do see yeah.
yeah, and I think with Axel by her side as a co-sensei, that may help her be able to teach and guide students that are similar to both Axel and Tori and that have similar situations.
I could actually see that. Honestly, now thinking about it, I do see maybe a scene where there's a kid like Axel, and Axel's like teaching. Bro, honestly, out of all the characters, I am very excited to see where they're gonna take Axel's character.
Yeah.
I know people. I always say this. I know I'm a Quan Glazer. I love Quan, but damn, what?
But that's what I'm looking forward to seeing most from Axel and Zara in the future. What
It makes me sad that we're mentioning this. I wish they used more Quan in future spin-offs. It's kind of sad.
Yeah. All right, so Beyond the Kai, you're next.
Yeah, go ahead, Underground. Yeah. Silver. Terry Silver.
Um, uh, for Axel,
Yeah.
I mean, I guess he could join um 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 Miyagi though.
You mean Miyagi Fang Underground? That's what you mean?
I mean, I guess he could
Yeah, Miyagi Fang. Miyagi
do
Fang.
that. I mean,
I wish they stick with Miyagi Fang.
um, and for Zara,
My queen.
um, as as evil as hell as she is, um, I could see her um uh joining uh Kreese's Cobra Kai if he was alive still.
You know, speaking of my queen, by the way, the queen of karate. I love her so much. Yo, this girl. I just love her character. I don't know what it is. Something about her. Just, I think it's just her introduction that got me intrigued. And even Axel too. When I first saw his character, I'm like, wow, this is interesting. I like where this is going. Um, love. By the way, people are sleeping on the Iron Dragons gi. You guys are sleeping on these gis, bro. I'm gonna just say it.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
They're one of my personal favorites. I mean, what's crazy about these two that people don't realize? These two won the Sekai Tekai as 15-year old. They were 15 years old when they won the Sekai Tekai. That is crazy. Like, bro, the fact they were 15 years old and they won the Sekai Tekai, the World Tournament, that's a crazy feat for Axel and Zara if you think about it. Sam, Robbie, Miguel, they couldn't do that. They weren't 15 when they entered the Sekai Tekai. They couldn't do that. But these
Yeah.
two, they won as 15 years old, which is Pretty crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was a great stream, Underground.
Oh yeah, Underground. This was a great achievement. Even for Wolf, I want to bring up Wolf real quick. I think they said he won 3 Sakai Takai tournaments, from what I can remember.
Oh,
Yeah.
he did?
Yeah,
They did?
I think Daryl mentioned this, and so he won as 17, 15. Bro, he won as a 13-year old. That's crazy, bro. I'm sorry. Him winning as 13 years old is crazy. Honestly, W to Wolf. Honestly,
Yeah.
I want to see more of him in a prequel. Um, I want to see the Iron Dragon's prequel. I really want to see how these characters
Yeah.
became who they were. I
That'd be
want to see
cool.
how Zara. I want to see how Zara became so evil. I want to see how Axel became so like not talky much. I want to see how Wolf became so abusive to his students. I think, in my personal opinion, you know how I think Wolf became abusive.
How?
I think Wolf is sent since the Karate Kid 10 is canon now because Karate Kid Legends existed.
Yeah.
I
Wait,
think
did
I
you
think
say
Wolf.
Karate Kid 10?
Yeah, Karate Kid 2010. Remember it's
All
called.
right, Max. What do you want to
Oh,
say?
yeah.
I
What
was
do you
just
want
say
to say?
okay. He wants to share something. Okay, before
Yeah.
you say your thing, Max, I want to just bring up something real quick. I think that Wolf's sensei was Master Lee from the Karate Kid 10 movie
Yeah,
because
that's good. Yeah, I think so too.
if you look at Master Lee, he also abuses his students. I think that's where Wolf got his abusing from because that was his sensei. Bro, it makes perfect sense too because
Yeah.
it's weird because I think his dojo name is called the Fighting Dragons or something like that. It's pretty funny to me. But yeah,
Honestly, when I saw that name on the Karate Kid movies, um, um, my mind, um, said, "What a dumbass name for dojo."
I'm sorry. I agree. Listen, I love Iron Dragons, but the dojo name for the movie called Fighting Dragon. I'm sorry. Who? I'm sorry. You could have come up with a better name than that, bro. I'm sorry, bro,
Exactly.
because bro,
Oh my god.
that name is just so. And also, by the way, going from Karate Kid Legends, you know the evil sensei from Karate Kid Legends. That
Yeah.
is by far the worst villain we got in any Karate Kid movie. I even think that the what's his name, Dugan from the next Karate Kid.
Yeah.
I think he's a better villain than whoever the heck the villain was for Karate Kid
Yeah.
Legend, the evil sensei, who is basically
Yeah.
a ripoff of Kreese, bro.
Oh my god, so badly. He so badly wanted to become Kreese. I freaking laughed.
When he was saying, "Oh, you know the scene where Connor's training underground."
Yeah.
He's like, "We don't fight for points. We fight to kill." I'm like, "Bro, what? What are you saying?" Okay, Wolf. Okay, Wolf wannabe. Okay, Sensei Wolf wannabe.
Exactly.
Like, bro, like, what are you saying, bro? Get out of here, okay, bro?
Yeah. So Max, his Crease's story is over. They
Yeah,
did. Yes, it's Johnny's story, but Crease needed to die. He needed to die. He
thank you.
he served his purpose. There was not really much they could do with him for a spinoff. Like what things were left unresolved. It's more about his relationship with Johnny and his relationship with Tori, and all of that got resolved.
Thank you. Like,
So,
bro, let me say something. First of all, Max Kelly, you said, "Oh, there's all this." Bro, you had Kreese. Mind you had Kreese since Karate Kid 1, and you're saying that his story's not done. Seriously, bro? Like, we had him since the Karate Kid movies, bro. He's done. His character's over, bro. The
Yeah.
show ended. It ended 6 months ago. Let it go, bro. Kreese is gone, okay? It's sad, but we need to accept the truth, bro. Like,
yeah,
listen, I like Kreese. I think I don't like him overall in season 6, but I think he was great in part 3. But yeah, I guess you can. Are we done underground?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think everyone has. I think someone else has to go too. So that's one.
Yeah. I've got to. Yeah. I've got to go.
Okay.